Hi guys, and this is Pavani. In this video, we are going to see how to score 300 plus in anthropology. Okay, so how to score 300 plus. Yeah, so this is our video, and in this topic only, we are going to discuss. So, the first question that comes into our mind is why we need to score 300 plus? Why we have to score 300 plus in anthropology, right? So anthropology is basically an optional subject. So in optional it is mandatory to score 300 plus, right? If you score 300 plus, then only you can at least attend interview, or else there is a higher chances that you clear the exam, right? So that's why we have to score 300 plus in anthropology or any others optional. But in anthropology it is very easy, very easy to score 300 plus, right? So now we'll see why it is very easy and what are the tips and what are the basic strategy to score 300 plus. Okay, and I myself score 300 plus. So guys, come on and let's get started. So the first step is, if you are a complete beginner, right? So if you are a complete beginner and you don't know what to do and you are in this confused state, right, like this, right, you don't know what to do, what to read and all. So if you are a complete beginner, first of all, the first thing you have to do is you need to gain the conceptual clarity, right? This is most important. So conceptual clarity, so what is the meaning of this conceptual clarity, right? So whatever is there in the syllabus, whatever topics are there in the syllabus, each and every topic, you need to have the concepts, you need to know the concepts, and you need to be aware of all those concepts. You need to have a clarity, right? So that is more important. Okay, the first thing is conceptual clarity. Okay, so if you have that conceptual clarity, then only you can have the clear understanding of the subject, right? Then only you can understand what is anthropology, what are the topics in the anthropology, what is what and all, right? Then only you can write very good answers. Without conceptual clarity and without anything, without a good sound knowledge, you cannot write good answers. Okay, and so most of the students I'll be seeing, they are in a very much hurry to complete the syllabus, right? Very hurry. Whatever is there, they used to know something, they used to refer book. No need to be in a hurry. Okay, so whatever is there, you need to understand and read. So that is more important. Okay, gaining conceptual clarity is at most important and the first important tip to score 300 plus in anthropology. Okay, so again the question comes, how to gain this conceptual clarity, right? So how can we gain this? What is the strategy for this, right? So yes, you can easily gain the conceptual clarity. So in order to gain this, first of all, you have to take your syllabus sheet, right? So in that syllabus, you have to divide the syllabus into topics. So each and every topic, right? Let's say in your physical anthropology, you are having many topics like Edwards syndrome, gene therapy, or like evolution, Dole's law, right? So Dole's law. So on each and every topic, you have to gain the conceptual clarity. So what is this Dole's law all about, and how it is useful to us, and how the man evolved, right? In this way, you have to read the syllabus. First, read the syllabus and divide the syllabus into each and every topic. Okay, so each day, every day, if you cover one topic, then it's fine. So easily you can cover the syllabus, right? So not only in physical anthropology, if you take your socio-cultural anthropology, you will be talking about marriage, family. So what is marriage, what is family? So in marriage, what are the prescriptive rules, what are the proscriptive rules? So on each and every day, read about prescriptive rules, read about proscriptive rules. Okay, so first thing is, not only for your optional, for anything, please divide it into topics. Okay, so if you divide it into topics, then you can easily understand and you can easily know, okay, today I have covered this topic and tomorrow I'll be covering that topic. Okay, so in this way you can gain the conceptual clarity. On each and every topic you will have the clarity. Okay, but please don't be in a hurry to cover the syllabus. You have to understand each and every topic of the syllabus, and there is no way that the questions will be out of syllabus. Okay, generally they will stick to the syllabus. Okay, and the most important thing about anthropology is, the syllabus is somewhat static. Okay, and there are a lot of repetitive of the questions. So previous 10 years papers, if you take, there is a lot of repetition. So because of this, you can easily gain 300 plus. Okay, so in order to get conceptual clarity, first you have to divide the syllabus into topics. Okay, so generally the students will be asking about the books. So right, so for anthropology also, for the first paper there are 5 books, and for the second paper there are around 2 to 3 books, right? So the question comes, should we read from page 1 to page last, right? If the page 1 to, if the book is having 300 pages, from first page to last page, right? This is, most of the students will have this doubt, right? So no need to read from cover to cover, no need for optionals. Okay, so in this case, please stick to your syllabus. Okay, whatever topic is there in your syllabus, please read that topic from that particular book. If, let's say, if I tell you to read Social Anthropology by Madan and Mazumdar, right? So in Madan and Mazumdar, what are the topics present, right, in our syllabus? Only those topics you have to read. So Madan and Mazumdar might contain some other topics which are not there in our syllabus. No need to read those things. Okay, so which are present in our syllabus, that things only you have to read from those book list. So don't get panicked by seeing all those book lists, like paper 1 5 to 6 books, and paper 2 around 3 to 4 books. Oh my god, should I read all these books? No, you have to stick to your syllabus. So whatever topic is present in our syllabus, we have to read that only from those books. Okay, so most of the students will have a doubt, like, we need to read Ember and Ember or not, right? So Ember and Ember is a good book to start with. Okay, you can start with this book. This will induce a kind of interest in anthropology. It's a very good book, but no questions will come from this book. Okay, only certain things are relevant to our syllabus, only certain things. But if you read this complete book, you will have an overall idea what is an anthropology, and it will be somewhat interesting. So from our exam perspective, from this book you can take certain international examples. Okay, international tribal examples, rather, we can say. Okay, you can take some international tribal examples, and you can quote it in your, you can quote it in your topics, or you can quote it in the exam, where you can get score good marks. Okay, so Ember and Ember is only a good book to start with. From the exam point of view, it has a least relevance, only it is used to develop interest within you. Okay guys, so generally the students will be asking the doubts like how to make a notes, should we have to make the notes for optionals or not, right? Yes, for optionals you have to make the notes. Why you have to make the notes? Because mainly in optional you are writing mains, right? You are not getting any prelims questions or something like that, right? You have to write the descriptive answers. Okay, in that particular case it is better to make the notes. And the first question is how to make the notes, right? So how can we make our notes more rich and comprehensive? So here are the tips. Okay, so first you have to make notes from one standard core book. Okay, so what does that mean, right? So first of all, let's say take your physical anthropology, right? So for physical anthropology, the standard book I told is Pnath, right? So if there is any topic like Dole's law, or the Edwards syndrome, or some other topics, right? So first, if you take Dole's law, you make the notes from the Pnath, right? You make notes from Pnath. So after that, if I tell you to read another book like Shukla and Rastogi, right? So the same Dole's law will be there in that book also, right? So the same content which is present in Pnath will be there in the Shukla and Rastogi also, right? So here what you have to do is, whatever you have written from the Pnath, please don't write that content. So whichever is not there in the Pnath, so some points, extra points, maybe Shukla and Rastogi book may be containing, right? Please add those points. Okay, so then only your notes will become more rich and comprehensive. Okay, so one thing, so Pnath is a standard book, right? So please, one standard core book, that is Pnath, please make notes from the Pnath. and add relevant content from other books and from internet or something like that. Relevant content, relevant mean which is relevant to your doubts, that content you need to add. Again, you should not write from the first, so the same content will be present in those books also, but some extra content or some extra points will be present if you refer other books. Those extra points only you have to make in your notes. This is what is how you have to make the notes. Okay, so in this way, if you make the notes, obviously your notes will become very rich and comprehensive. Okay guys, got it? So now the most important tip to score 300 plus in anthropology is, especially in your physical anthropology, if you are writing a physical anthropology question, then it is good if you just draw a diagram like this. Okay, just a simple diagram. For drawing a diagrams, there is no need to be learning. You are not at all an artist. No need to draw like an artist. Okay, just a simple and a rough diagram. Okay, in this manner you can just draw. If you draw like this, there is a higher scope, you get more marks. Okay, so that is the case with your physical anthropology. So if you're writing the social anthropology, so in this particular case, to get more marks, the thing is you have to write more examples, more tribal examples, especially international tribal examples. Okay, international tribals. Okay, so if you write this international tribal examples, then you can score good marks. It is the most important tip, right? So for physical anthropology, please draw diagrams. It may be not only this particular diagrams, you can even draw tree diagrams also. Okay, you can even draw certain tree diagrams, Venn diagrams, anything, or a mind map kind of thing. Okay, so you can draw this kind of diagram to show the differentiation between the primates and all. So if you do like this, you can get more marks. Examiner will get impressed. And for the socio-cultural anthropology, what happens is you need to use international tribes. Then the examiner feel, oh, this guy knows very much, right? So in this way, you can gain more marks in anthropology by using these simple tips. Okay. And in your exam, please score as many questions from the physical anthropology. Okay, so please don't leave any physical anthropology question unanswered. Okay, so why? Because physical anthropology questions are very scoring. So if you just write those 10 points relevant, let's say if you're talking about Edwards syndrome, so why this syndrome occurs, if you write just this that 10 to 15 points, you can score high marks in it. Okay, the examiner will never cut off the marks. Okay, so it is not biased or something, right? It is a science kind of a thing. So you can score very high marks in this particular physical anthropology. And if you just draw diagrams, simple diagrams, any rough diagrams also, there are high chances that you score high marks. Okay, so guys, please never leave physical anthropology questions, because this will increase your score. Okay, so now what is the role of current affairs in this anthropology? Right, so in anthropology, the role of current affairs is very minimal. Okay, it's only minimal. I'm not saying not to read, you have to read, right? So if you're writing about the tribes and tribal problems and all, there you have to add your current affairs if any tribes is in news and all. And in your genetics part especially, right, in your genetics also you have to add current affairs like your human genome project. So there was a latest things discovered like CRISPR-Cas9 technology, how it is essential for the genetics. So only on certain level, like only on certain topics. Okay, so in this level you have to prepare current affairs, but it is not that much hectic that you need to go on preparing current affairs. No, it is mostly static, but only on certain areas it is better if you add current affairs. This will add more marks. Here also you can get more advantage if you add on the latest things that were happening in science or in the tribal world, or if any tribes is suffering because of any problem. So these kind of things, if you see in any newspaper, if you have studied, please note it down and please write it in your answers. Okay, then you will score good marks. Okay, and it is one of the important strategy also to score 300 plus. Okay, so guys, each and every student will score around 210, 220 and all, right? So the student who makes this extra effort only can gain 300 plus. Okay, so this is an important tip. So please note down the latest technologies that were coming in the science, and also the tribals who are in the news and all these things. Okay guys, so next most important tip to gain 300 plus is whatever answers you are writing, your answer should be like a specialist, okay, an expert perspective, okay. Whatever answer you are writing, you should write from the anthropological point of view, not from the general point of view, okay. So this is most important. So, and other thing is, if you are discussing about marriage, you should not write from a general perspective what is marriage is and all. You should write from an anthropological perspective, what this particular anthropologist or what this Malinowski, who is an anthropologist, told about marriage, okay, and what did Tyler told about marriage, and in what aspects Tyler has criticized the marriage, okay. In this way you have to use the anthropologist perspective, and you need to quote their examples and all. So completely you have to write your answer from the specialist, that is anthropological perspective, okay. This perspective is important. Then only your answer will become a complete expert or a specialist kind of an answer, okay. Then the examiner will feel very good, okay, this person knows anthropology very well, okay. So guys, this is a most important tip. You know, most of the students will make mistake writing from the general point of view, okay. So please don't write it from the general point of view, plus please write it from the anthropological point of view, okay. So Malinowski criticized like this and Tyler has told like this, okay. You need to write definitions, criticisms, introductions and all these things, you know, from the anthropological perspective, okay guys. So this is the most important tip, and this is how where you get 300 plus in anthropology, okay. So the next most important tip is while writing your second paper, especially if you're writing your second paper. So in this particular paper, if you're writing about tribal examples and all, so about the tribal problems and all, if you're writing, so first of all you need to quote the case studies. So for example, in Orissa the Vedanta resources have gone, and you know there were a lot of tribals have displaced, so you need to quote those case studies, okay. If you quote your case studies as an examples, then there are high chances that you can score 300 plus in anthropology. Please don't write bluntly, okay. Whatever about the tribal displacement, if you're writing about the tribal problems and all these things, so please quote the case studies. This particular thing has happened, okay, this particular case study has happened, so this is what is the problems that the tribals are facing, okay. So please quote the case studies. If you quote, there are high chances that you score 300 plus, okay guys. So guys, finally I want to tell you one thing, that most of the toppers choose this anthropology as an optional. Why they'll choose this anthropology is because it is very brief and easy. If you see the syllabus, it's very easy, very brief, okay. So you can, there is no point of going in depth or no point of going out of syllabus. These kind of things will not happen with anthropology, okay. And if you observe the last 10-year question papers, there was a lot of repetition of previous year questions, okay, lot of repetition. And most important thing is, it is very easy to complete the syllabus. Within 4 months you can easily complete the syllabus, okay. It is not that much tough, and I think there is no person on this planet who cannot understand anthropology, right. It is very easy. It is not a technical subject where you have to do some brainstorming and all. It's not like a technical subject, so each and every person can understand anthropology, okay. And moreover, it is very high scoring, okay. So that's why many of the toppers choose this as their optional, okay. So they can easily score good marks, and it is very easy to score 300 plus in this optional. And moreover, the rate of return, whatever you invest time on this or time or money on this optional, it will give you more returns, okay. So that's why most of the toppers choose this as their optional. And I think you all are aware of the Anudeep Durishetty, right. So he has changed. First his option was public administration, and then he got changed to anthropology. See, this is the easiest nature of the anthropology. You can easily score 300 plus, guys, okay. So thank you guys, hope you understand, and have a nice day. Bye bye.